Alright, man, here's the new video. Now, this is going to be my official predictions for UFC 295. UFC 295 is coming up this Saturday. You would have never guessed because there is no hype whatsoever around this fight. Not going to lie, some people are trying to hype it up like, oh, yeah, man, these guys are going to go out there and swing and bang. They are probably going to go out there and swing and bang, but not going to lie, we need some more hype, man. This is a pay-per-view week, right? It's not just a fight night week. Like, if it's a great fight night, this is acceptable, right? But this is a pay-per-view. Like, this is a whole pay-per-view. Like, they need to do something special for these pay-per-views, especially this one, where there is no, like, real big names on it. All right, now look, Poatan and Jiri, they're going to put on a great fight, I'm pretty sure, but nobody really cares about either of them. Poatan maybe a little bit because, obviously, Izzy created him, but if John Jones was on it, it would have been a different story because that's John Jones. So whenever John Jones pulled out and his tit fell off the bone, I was kind of like, damn, bro, that's fucked up. So, because now this card is going to suffer, and that's what is happening. Like, this card is so unimpressive. Nobody's talking about this shit. But, hey, the fights are going to be good. But let's start off with the early prelims. One fight off of the early prelims, which is Jiri Gordon versus Markson. Now, obviously, you have Markson. He's from Denmark. And the reason why I'm actually taking the time to predict this fight is because I saw this one video a long time ago of Chael Sonnen and Markson. And Markson was like, hey, Chael, you know, I've been doing all this wrestling stuff, all these accolades, but there's just something missing, all right? I just cannot get these big opportunities because I'm just not entertaining enough. And Chael started giving him that game, all right? Telling him how the game works and how he's going to go out there and start selling pay-per-views. The very next fight, he gets his ass kicked. And then the very next fight, he gets his ass kicked. And now he's going against Jiri Gordon on the early prelims. So I think that's actually insane because this man right here was thinking that he's going to start selling pay-per-views and asking Chael Sonnen, hey, how can I start selling pay-per-views? Just to go and start losing over and over again. And I think he's going to lose again to Jiri Gordon. A lot of people think Jiri Gordon got robbed against Paddy Pimblett. I thought Paddy Pimblett won the fight. Like, there is way more egregious robberies than that. And I don't even think that was a robbery. But Jiri Gordon is decent. So I think he's going to beat Markson if he doesn't get wrestle-fucked. And then we move on to Nazim Sadikov and Vyacheslav Bullshit. Not gonna lie, bro. Nazim gotta beat this nigga ass just because of this picture. But I don't give a flying fuck, right? Nazim is probably going to win. His name ends in Ov. And then we move on to Maciej Rebecki versus Roosevelt Roberts. Not going to lie, it's a sleeper pick because Roosevelt Roberts is actually a big underdog in this one. I don't really know why, but I think it's going to win this one by uppercut. I think it's going to uppercut Maciej Rebecki because look at his head. Look at the top of his head. Like, this guy is balding and is hanging onto his hair, man. You just got to give it up, slime. So, for that reason and that reason alone, he's going to go out there looking to show off his hairline. And he's going to start ducking down and shit, trying to show the camera that he still has hair. And he's going to get uppercutted by Roosevelt Roberts. I think that's my prediction. And then we move on to Tabitha Recki versus Lupi Godinez. And I don't give a flying fuck about women's fights, but not gonna lie, Tabitha Recki kind of looks decent, so I hope she wins. And we'll move on to Steve Erkeg versus Alessandro Costa. Alessandro Costa, I guess, is a shoot-to-box nigga. He's one of these Charles Oliveira fake blonde niggas versus this Steve Erkeg nigga. He looks like a deer in headlights. So I think shoot-to-box animal Alessandro Costa is going to win this one. And then we move on to Diego Lopez versus Pat Sabatini. I got Diego Lopez is more impressive. And then we move on to Matt Frivola, my son, Steamroller, the animal, versus Benoit Saint-Denis. This is going to be a great fight, but I got Steamroller. He's a beast, all right? Benoit Saint-Denis is unproven. He's a hype job. Steamroller is the chin collector. He's going to go out there and destroy Benoit Saint-Denis. And then we'll move on to Jessica Andrade, I guess that's how they say her name, versus Mackenzie Dern. I already told you motherfuckers I don't care about women's fights. I'm choosing Mackenzie Dern. She's better. Then we move on to Sergey Pavlovich, Big Pav, versus Tommy Aspino. This is the fight that replaced my son John Bones Jones to this day. I'm pissed off about that fucking tit falling off the bone shit because I was really trying to see John Bones come out here and show niggas once again. But it is what it is. Now we got Sergey Big Pav versus Tommy Aspino. For some reason, a lot of people are like, oh, this is better than the real fight that we were going to get. Yeah. No, it's not. Stop lying to yourself. These guys were literally supposed to fight a long time ago, and nobody gave a flying fuck. But now, just because Sergey has knocked out a couple of dudes, and Tommy has got glazed up the ass by Michael fucking Bisping, everybody is acting like this shit is some special magical fight. Not gonna lie, I'm tired of Tommy Aspinall. In fact, I hope he loses, and I think he is going to lose, but I really hope he loses just so Michael fuck-ass Bisping can shut up about this guy. This motherfucker Michael Bisping literally says the most outlandish shit about Tom Aspinall. You know what, buddy? Tom Aspinall, John Jones could not hold a candle to Tom Aspinall. What the fuck are you talking about? John Bones Jones has not left the octagon without a belt around his waist since the year 2011. I don't even know if Tom Aspinall was fighting back then. Oh, but he used to train jiu-jitsu back when he was 160, and he had a huge, he had a huge growth spurt, and he became big, and so that's why his technique is so great, and he moves like a welterweight. You know what? This guy moves like a welterweight. I always hear these bitch-ass UK commentators talk about how he moves like a welterweight and does all this shit and does all that shit. And, oh, his dad is in the crowd watching. I don't give a flying fuck. He's a grown man. What the fuck are you talking to me about his dad? I don't care about his dad. Why are you telling us that his dad likes him a lot? Oh, his daddy likes him. Whoop did the fuck do? But again, John Jones, buddy, he cannot hold a candle to him. Fuck ass nigga, you cannot hold a candle next to your eye because it's going to burn because it's plastic. Shut the fuck up about not holding candles. And also this fucking guy said, oh, this guy, Tom Aspinall, he moves like Muhammad Ali. Like, come on, bro. Stop saying this retarded shit. All right? Stop fucking throwing out random shit. Like, oh, Tom Aspinall, he hits harder than Mike Tyson. Tom Aspinall, he's stronger than Francis Ngannou. Tom Aspinall, he's the real-life Superman, you guys. Like, Michael Bisping is such a glazer. Like, Tom Aspinall should find him in real life. I just seen they had a little interview. Tom Aspinall should have just walked up to him and say, you know what, Mike? You keep glazing me like that, you may get pregnant. He has to give him disclaimers because this is insane. Like, I hope Big Pav just humbles everybody on the Tom Aspinall glaze train because this shit is pissing me off. So this is not that hard of a fight to predict. If Big Pav does not punch him in the first few seconds, he's going to lose because Tom Aspinall is going to start twitching around him and doing all them stupid-ass head movements, head feints, shifts, and level changes and shit, and he's going to get a takedown and sub him. But if Big Pav, Boxer Brock Lesnar, like I called him, just walks in front of Tom Aspinall and makes him pee his pants, puts the fear of God in him, because Tom Aspinall, I can see a little bitch in Tom Aspinall, not gonna lie, right? Now, look, he's an impressive heavyweight, but that's not saying much. A lot of heavyweights suck, but I just see him as being somebody who is going to wilt. Whenever he's going to face adversity, he's just going to give up. I don't think he has the dog in him. He's a good fighter, but I don't think he has the dog in him whatsoever. So I think if Big Pav just walks up to his face and pulls out his Russian nuts and spreads them all over this man's face, he's going to wilt, man. He's going to tap out. So I think he's going to fucking hit him with that shovel uppercut shit as Tom starts twitching and doing all these head feints and shit. Boom, uppercut, bam, right down the middle. And Tom is going to start moving backwards. And that's when you get Big Pav, Boxer Brock Lesnar himself, starting to spam jabs, mixes it up with overhands here and there, feint overhand uppercut, just mixing shit up, fucking beating the shit out of this little kid. And yeah, he's going to butter him, like the UK people would say. And yeah, Tom Aspinall is going to fall against the cage and shit. My son Big Pav is going to land a couple of uppercuts to a falling Tom Aspinall, and then the referee is going to step in and call it a day. And Big Pav is the new interim champion. Alright, interim champion, nobody gives a flying shit. John Jones is the real champion because none of these guys ever done shit that John Jones did. Stop disrespecting John Jones, you UK bitch ass niggas. Oh, you know, this fight is better because Tommy is going to win just like Michael Bisping. UK people are so fucking happy about this shit for some reason. Like, he hasn't even won yet. Why are you guys celebrating? Like, that's Big Pav. Alright, man. We move on to Jiri Prochaska versus Alex Peda, or as I would like to call him, Alexander Polkanovsky. All right. Jiri Prochaska versus Alex. This is the battle of the shitty fighters, and the shittier fighter is going to win. What I mean by that is Poatan thinks he's a technical fighter and does all this shit, and all these guys talk about how he's a great kickboxer and did all that. And you know, this guy looks like mahogany. He's built out of mahogany. Like, look at his legs; they're so huge and strong. And when he hits people, it doesn't even make sense. But yeah, that's Joe Rogan for you guys, coming in for the special Alex Poatan glaze. But to be honest, Poatan, there's nothing really impressive about him. The left hook is not a crazy punch. He has never, ever, ever in the UFC knocked anybody out with a left hook. I swear to God, if you hear people talk about his left hook, you may think that it's literally Ngannou hitting you with a fucking sledgehammer. It's not that impressive of a punch. People add the left hook over and over again, all right? Izzy ate 2 left hooks in a row in the second fight against Poatan. Literally 2 of them, boom, boom. 2 left hooks, and he didn't even flinch. He barely reacted. Jan Blachowicz ate a whole bunch of left hooks straight to the chin, and he didn't even react. He just kept moving. Like, people just keep eating this left hook, and people keep talking about how crazy it is. He's never knocked anybody out with the left hook. Even Sean Strickland, who is the only person he knocked out with punches, it was not the left hook. Yeah, the left hook dropped him. Boom, it dropped him. But then the right hand is the one that actually sat him down. So his right hand is a better fucking shot than his left hook. But people just keep talking about how his left hook is so crazy and magical. There is nothing crazy about his left hook. It's just a normal left hook, but sometimes it puts a lot of power in it, which is cool. But when it comes down to it, Yuri Prokofiev is a better version of Alex Poatan, because he understands that he's not good at fighting, so he doesn't even try to be good at fighting. So he just goes out there, gets hit a couple of times, bah, 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 and bombards his opponent and just fucking knocks him out. So I really do think that the worst fighter is going to win, which is Yuri Prokofiev, because he understands that he is a worse fighter and he doesn't try to be technical. Unlike Alex Poatan, who tries to do this little jab, 1-2, left hook, leg kick, there's unorthodox leg kick with the big toe. Fuck off. All right, fuck off. My son Yuri Prokofiev is going to walk him down, land a whole bunch of uppercuts on him. Boom, boom, boom. Do some spinning shit. All right, hit him to the body a couple of times. Poatan is going to be waiting to time that left hook. Yuri Prokofiev is going to lean in. All right, Poatan is going to swing the big left hook. Woo. Yuri Prokofiev is going to get out of the way of the left hook. All right, catch him with a right hook. Boom. All right, and then his own left hook, and then across. 1-2 to the body. Bring Poatan's hands down. Uppercut. Bang. And yeah, Poatan is going to go down. It's not going to get slumped like how Izzy slumped him, but he's just going to go down and shit. When do I think this is going to happen? I think this is going to happen in like the third round, all right? The first couple of rounds, Poatan is going to actually be winning them because Yuri Prochazka is going to be a little not so aggressive, all right? He's going to try to have a little bit of a striking match with him in the first round, staying at the distance, doing all that shit, taking a couple of leg kicks and shit, and then he's going to take him down at the end of the first round. In the second round, he's going to start off again like he did in the first, but he's going to go for a takedown way quicker in the second round. Poatan is going to get up after being taken down for a couple of seconds, going to get up, start blitzing at the end of the second round, like get Yuri against the cage, start landing some shit like that to the body, some knees and shit. The round is going to end and people are going to be like, oh, Yuri got saved by the bell. And then in the third round, what I said is going to happen, all right? There you go. Yuri Prokofiev wins. I got Yuri Prokofiev and Sergey Big Pavlovich for the win. Like and subscribe. I'm out.